Hello Virgo, this is Emma. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to share this reading with you. As always, take what resonates and gently leave the rest behind.
Okay, it does denote meeting somebody new here with the caring connection, or could you possibly already have someone? Okay, that's a question you'd have to answer for yourself. And then you have the third chakra, which is about healing. Are you starting to maybe awaken and go on a different path? Maybe believing in yourself or others. The solar plexus is the third chakra, and it is the center of your body. If this is blocked, then you don't have a sense of feeling, or, you just can't see things correctly. So if you're blocked, this card is an indication that maybe you need to do some kind of, energy work within yourself, unblocking yourself, so that maybe you can believe in what you're trying to manifest if it hasn't already happened for you on the 3D. I definitely do feel this is speaking about someone who is doing the work. So, and then you have the all tied up. So do you feel like you're stuck in a situation that you can't get out of? Are others holding you back in a situation that you wish to be free from? This is telling you that you yourself create your reality. You have the ability to sort of break free from something. Is it a relationship? Is it a work situation? This is also telling you there's things that maybe are holding you back as far as contracts or oaths, or things that maybe you're blocking yourself from like letting go of, like mental blockages. So the all tied up is maybe something that you're holding in your mind that's not letting you go forward, is what I'm trying to say. The first chakra came out as well. And so the first chakra is really your base chakra that is at the bottom of your spine. And if this is blocked, it really doesn't allow you to have any kind of feeling or intuition or any kind of guidance. But like I said, these cards with the third chakra and the first chakra, it does indicate that somebody's doing some work. Is this you, or is this your person? I do feel like with this one right here, with the first chakra, it really influences your family, your home, your livelihood. So perhaps maybe this is what you're doing, as far as getting down to the root of things and allowing yourself to be grounded so that you can manifest that happy home. The happy home is security and stability as well. So make sure that you're not being tied up by something that doesn't allow you to feel comfortable or fulfilled or whatever that might be for you. Let's see what's at the top of the deck. You have the angel of strength. So there's some kind of courage here. Are you trying to maybe go into a happy connection, maybe coming out of a negative connection, And so this is your free will. Do you choose to stay sort of locked up or tied up in something that truly you don't want to be in? There's this thing here with the angel of strength where maybe you're changing obstacles, or you're trying to regain some kind of strength as far as which direction you want to go in. Okay. And then let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And this is the underlying energy. So you have the man holding the heart and anxiety. So I feel it's a choice. I feel that you're keeping yourself tied up in anxiety, maybe because you're not taking that leap of faith to go towards what truly makes you happy. And perhaps maybe you've been sort of riddled with anxiety and not knowing which way to go. But this 18 is almost that end. So I think that you might have to use some kind of bout of courage to get yourself into the right situation, if that makes sense. And the situation could really be about happiness and stability. Okay. So take it as it resonates for you today. I am, of course, going to go in a little deeper and see what these mean for you. So welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's see here. I always appreciate you guys leaving me your comments and all that stuff. So it feels like it's anxious masculine. Maybe the anxious masculine is doing some kind of work, which would be a good thing, but maybe they need a little bout of courage here. And maybe believing in themselves or changing the belief patterns or something like that. So let's get down to it and see. Let's see here, please. What is the happy family? It's what you're wishing for. It's what you're trying to manifest. It's what you can have, really, if you take that leap. So maybe there is new inspiration here with the Page of Wands, because it is that hope and that sense of getting this new spark to go forward with something. Is it maybe speaking up and giving a message to somebody of comfort, happiness, stability? Is this maybe that spark of hope that's sort of enlightened in you to maybe go forward with something? And what is the Page of Wands, please? It is communication. It is a message. So here we go. You got the Eight of Wands. Wow, guys. Fast communication is going to come in. I definitely feel that. I do feel like maybe this is somebody who's dragged their feet for a long time, and now that spark of hope or that sense of changing something is causing either you or your person to sort of shift in a different way and take action, really, with the Knight of Swords. If you can see here, it's almost the sense of being hurried or maybe rushing to something. I do feel with the Eight of Wands that could be traveling, like maybe from continent to continent, state to state, even just sort of moving your body to go towards what it is that you really want. Let's see, what is the Knight of Swords here, the Knight of Swords. Is this something that you sort of have lost hope in? And maybe the sense of urgency is that feeling of maybe you've had somebody waiting for you for a long time, or you want to get a move on or something. So this is a good indication here with the Six of Pentacles that whatever this is, it's a balanced nature for you. It's something that is reciprocated. It's something that is aligned. You are denoted to have some kind of stability here. Perhaps in the past, maybe you put into something that you weren't getting back. But like I said, the Six of Pentacles is denoting that there is some kind of balance or some kind of alignment happening here that's allowing you to go towards what you want. But also in the past, what I see here is that maybe, either you couldn't give to the situation before or they couldn't give, vice versa. But now it's almost as if it's clearing up and you can go towards whatever it is that you're wanting to go towards, whether it is a person or a happy home or a happy life or just getting all the things that you truly want. I do feel they're coming for you because you've gotten the short end of the stick. Maybe you were taken for granted there with the Six of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands, please. It's the Eight of Wands. What is the Eight of Wands? So you got the Ace of Swords, some kind of clarity, some kind of truth, an epiphany that is shifting you into going the right direction. This is a good reading, really. Page of Wands, please. Give me one more for the Page of Wands. The Knight. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the King of Wands and the Emperor. So, holy moly. This is really, you have to let me know who this is for, because this is a person who's on point. This is a person who's taking leadership. This is a person who has regained strength and is in control now. Is this your masculine? Is this you? Is this that sense of taking charge and perhaps creating some stability? Meaning they had to step away from the situation to create some kind of stability. So what I see coming in the future is really something positive and some kind of balance in a situation. And it's somebody who's not scared to take that leap of faith anymore. Especially with the Knight of Swords, I get a very big pull today as far as someone really moving fast, maybe from a time coming from a place that maybe they haven't moved fast in the past. Does that make sense? Wow. So 2 masculine cards, guys. This is someone who has done a transformation. I just have to say that. Carrying connections. Is this maybe you're done with the relationships that don't give you anything. They don't feed you. They take advantage of you. They don't sort of reciprocate your love, that maybe this is where you're headed towards getting that better connections, or maybe meeting new connections, okay? Carrying connection, or is it already somebody that you already know? Carrying connections, please. What is the carrying connections? What does this mean? There is a change there, definitely. So there is that sense of balance. There is that sense of victory. There is that sense of somehow steering your own boat, you know? The Chariot is victory. There is victory in that connection, I feel. If it hasn't sort of come to you, it is denoting a new relationship, or maybe this is something where you had to break free from an old relationship to get into the new relationship, okay? Because there is victory there. And there is that sense of urgency and that sense of something shifting. What is the Chariot? The Chariot. What does the Chariot mean for this connection? So something that you've been at a distance from, something you've been wishing for, something that maybe you promised to somebody and you haven't sort of, kept your end of the bargain up. That could be to your circumstance, in that sense that you couldn't travel to this person, or you had maybe obstacles or delays. But I do see this sort of moving forward in that sense of those things coming into fruition. Maybe this is that energy to get you to move towards what you truly want. Is it a soulmate relationship? Twin flame relationship? The Two of Wands, please. What is the Two of Wands? What is the Two of Wands, please? Okay, so the Ace of Cups and the Three of Wands. Oh my gosh, this reading has just got my ears buzzing. It's just nice. For whoever this is, you really have to let me know, because there is new love there denoted, or maybe being able to start that love that you've been at a distance from. This is with the Three of Wands. Those are things that are coming to fruition for you. Are you allowing yourself to have this? Is that why you've been working on your chakra? Is this a spiritual awakening that happened that is allowing you to sort of move towards those things that you've been wanting to go? So it's telling you to be optimistic and to expect things with this Three of Wands, things that you've been dreaming about. Definitely. And not holding any fear and not blocking yourself towards these movements. And in other words, the things that you want, maybe you promised and you haven't been able to keep up with that promise, or there's just things coming there. They're telling you to expect some kind of communication or something to sort of manifest, because you've been waiting for results. And I do feel it's telling you your efforts are being sort of, your efforts are being, manifested, or no, they are being, in other words, Spirit is saying they've looked at your efforts, and maybe this is your reward for the efforts that you've made, or the changes that you've made in your life. Does that make sense? Okay, I was going to say, what is the Three of Wands? Okay, so maybe you've done work on the sabotage that's happened in your life. In other words, leaving maybe a third-party situation, maybe needing to go through anxiety, depression. In other words, I don't know that you needed to go through that, but you went through that. But see, with the Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands, it's like you're overpowering that energy. And it took a lot of time, I feel. This is what they meant by, they've watched your efforts. So now it's time to get into a happy place versus staying in something that has kept you in betrayal and sadness and heartbreak and regret and trauma. Whatever this is, there is that sense of healing, whatever this is, okay? So I do feel it's a gift. I do feel it's somebody who's done shadow work. And I do feel it's somebody who's had an awakening. You got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So whatever this is, it's healing, guys. It's out the door, so the new things could be coming in. So that's why they're saying expect some kind of change. I see rapid change here with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So things that maybe you just sort of lost hope in, or are not expecting to happen, or something like that. But it's going to kick you into taking control and leadership of the situation versus running away from it and not being able to fulfill your promises, okay? third chakra. This could be a reading for you. This could be a reading for your person or something dealing with family also, okay? Take it as it resonates. So third chakra here, please. What does this mean? It means new beginnings. That's what they're saying as I'm shuffling. What is the third chakra? It's because you've done the work. So, and the King of Cups. So, perhaps you're sharing the same kind of energy as far as reflecting with your person. Maybe either you or your person has taught you how to love yourself, how to follow intuition, maybe somebody jarred you into a awakening, whether it was the masculine or the feminine. It's almost as if you met your catalyst. That's where that caring connection is coming from. You met your catalyst that allowed you to awaken yourself so that you can break free from this Three of Swords energy. It's very twin flamish. I definitely do feel that. So perhaps this is the two coming together here, okay, with the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups. So maybe you're learning to let this in. Maybe you've done the energy, okay? You got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So do you need to speak up for this connection here? Maybe you're learning to be more vulnerable or more expressive, okay? King of Cups. What's the King of Cups here? It's a healing between the two is what they're saying also. The King of Cups, please. What is the King of Cups? Saying what you want is what they said. King of Cups, please. The King of Cups. So, perhaps on that new path, okay, you've had a lot of time to have an introspection about what it is you want to say. So maybe you're waiting for the opportune moment to say this. Maybe there's a lot of healing or that sense of, you're on the right path with the Hermit, okay? Because there is something that needs to be expressed here with the Page of Cups. So I would say expect something coming from the unexpected as far as maybe a love returning or finding that new love, somebody that can balance you and just sort of, you can just be you, it's a good connection. What is the Queen of Wands, please? The Queen of Wands. So you got the death in reverse. So, withholding, have you been withholding from this person? Because it is in reverse. Did you sort of procrastinate on this? Or maybe you needed to sort of go through whatever it was that you were dealing with in order to maybe push yourself towards this person. It's almost as if you got the clarity, okay? And perhaps maybe you think it's out of reach. That's why the urgency is there to sort of spark this back up or something like that. It feels very interesting. So I do feel like this is changes. It's almost like maybe you cling to the past, okay? Maybe had some kind of fear of change or some kind of like you lost all hope and maybe you were in the mourning, with the Three of Swords. Is this the person that sort of helped you to break free from that with the Death in reverse? Give me one for the Death in reverse and the Queen of Wands. It's like they set you straight. And I do believe it's your catalyst, really. So the Nine of Wands, the person that helps you bring that wall down and to allow yourself to heal and maybe see things in reality versus illusion, okay? All tied up, please. What is the all tied up? So, you're twisted because this is your love. I mean, so in this card, it's a kind of card where you've been keeping yourself twisted and in conflict because you want to move towards this connection, but is there something holding you back? It's your mind. It's your sense of maybe you've been waiting for the right time to move on it or whatever that is. I feel the all tied up is that sense of, it's a change. You're changing the conflict because maybe you haven't allowed yourself to have this caring connection, but yet it still sort of lingers with you. You're still carrying it. You're still dreaming about it. You're still manifesting it. And I do feel it's coming into fruition. This is a choice. Do you stay in that conflict? Do you stay tied up and not allow this love to happen and have that happy home and that caring connection that you're manifesting? You're manifesting this, whoever this is. This is a choice. With the Lovers, it's a choice. Do you stay in that conflict? Do you stay in heartbreak, betrayal, sadness? Or do you take that leap of faith and have this opportunity to have love with someone? Wow. Yeah. Okay, so if I don't know, Five of Wands, what is the conflict? So the Queen of Swords, the Empress, and that Strength card, it's because it's true love. It's because it sets you straight. It's something that you've never quite had. It's very vulnerable. And it does take that courage. So do you need to sort of shut out the ego? The ego keeps you in that conflict, thinking that you can't have it, that you're not good enough, that you're dwelling in the past, okay? So there's something that needs to change here with the Strength card and the Empress. I think the truth needs to be spoken here, okay? Maybe you're tied up with somebody that isn't your true love, you know, and you sort of have to let go of that to move on to the real one, if that makes sense, okay? I want to know, how does this story end, please? How does this story end today? How does this story end? Ooh, someone's taking that leap of faith. Wow. This is the after tarot, guys. This is something that's already happening. If it hasn't quite happened yet, also, it's what is going to happen in the after of all this, okay? This transformation, the Judgment, it's because you're releasing that sense of maybe staying in that betrayal of your own heart, that you can't have this, or that you can't get in a healthy relationship because they're all going to be the same. That is a release of that. That's going to lead you to take that leap of faith, okay? To manifest this relationship into fruition, okay? So you got the Hierophant, learning you are the key. You are your creator. It's not the society and the environment that creates your happiness. It is you, okay? There is that victory with that Chariot, okay? And then there is this offer. So if you think that this offer is not going to come to you, it's the way you're thinking. You're holding yourself back. But I do see good things coming. So hang in there, whoever this is, okay? So let's see here. I want to know, let's see. What can you show me as far as the karmic cycle here, please? What can you show me as far as the karmic cycle? What can you show me, please? Okay, let's do those three. Okay, let's see. So you have the Phoenix. New phase, rekindling, new, transformation, growth, change of mind. You see, rekindling, doesn't that mean something from the past, guys? A new phase? You change your mind, you want it. You don't want to stay in the stuck, okay? So maybe communicating, okay? And if you feel like it's not happening for you, take some time for yourself. Go out and be fun and have fun with your friends and family, okay? Because that helped you to move on. And then you have the cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over and over. And that's a pattern you were stuck with the Three of Swords and the Five of Wands, because it's like you want something and see, you pushed it back with the Death card in reverse. It's telling me you pushed it back, but it's really there. So are you ready for that change? Okay. And then the wedding ring. So union, married, soul connection, eternal love. This will never go away because it's an eternal love and it's a soul connection. That connection is always going to be with you. And so maybe you want to live with it in the now rather than in the mind or in 5D. Okay. The mask, not showing the true feelings, hiding, personify. So pretend, dilute, gaslighting. So you're not gaslighting the other person that feels the same way about you. You're gaslighting yourself. You're deluding yourself. So I think that is the transformation. Yeah. I just want to ask one thing. With the Death card in reverse, because of this card is just pulling me to do this, with the Death card in reverse, is this person gonna let go of that mask? Is what I'm asking, please. Are they gonna let go of that mask? Let's see. I picked up the cards in reverse. No, they came out. It came out. It's the devil in reverse. So, wow. I do believe you are. I do believe this is that change of mind, letting go of the toxic thinking or the not good enough energy or, the sense of, being true to yourself is what it's telling me here. So I do feel that whoever this is, the devil in reverse, is somebody who's healed of maybe a toxic relationship, a karmic partner, the sense of, perhaps maybe even, starting to let go of things, releasing. This is freedom from addiction or on that cusp of a breakthrough or liberation, and maybe wanting to see, in other words, maybe realizing that what they really want has always been there. Okay, what a great reading. You have to let me know who this is for. Fantabulous, really. Let's see here. I want to know. Okay, let's do this one. What is the insight here, please? What is the insight for this reading? What is the insight? What's the insight here? It's going to happen fast. I feel like I don't talk this fast typically, and I'm totally just came out of meditation. Very sort of subdued and just sort of quiet. But I feel like typically I don't read this fast, but it's whoever this is, really. There's an urgency, I feel. Okay, so let's see here. You have focus on your breath. Right now, return to your breath. Focus on deep inhales that fill your belly and exhales that release all. This brings you back to being calm and centered. So there you go. Maybe this is somebody who's thinking about doing this right now. I feel it. It's really crazy. What is the affirmation for today, please? What's the affirmation for today? So it says here, today I am grateful. Today my heart is filled with joy. I see the positive in everything today. Very nice. So let's see here. I'm going to do this one right here. I want to know, what do these two souls tell each other? Let's see. I'm going to get control of the cards first, okay? I want to know, what can these two souls tell each other? If they can't tell it to them in person, what can they tell each other at this moment, please? Oh, goodness, they're flying out. Okay, so it says here, trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. And that's why I see somebody manifesting this. And it's sort of like you sort of don't think you're going to have it, but it's spirit manifesting this because your belief, okay? So trust. You're trying too hard. Give it time. And then this one right here. So it is a sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. And that's what I felt here with the gaslighting. It's somebody who gaslighted themselves, not believing in it. Okay, that makes sense. But it's a sacred union, meaning it's a spiritual connection that really it's never going to leave you. And so do you choose to live in torment for the rest of your life, not allowing yourself to have this, or do you go towards it? So that is the question, guys. Really, that is the question. What can you show me here, please? What can you show me? Okay, so it says here, stop criticizing yourself. You are perfect just the way you are. Definitely. And then you are moving to a steady and reliable path. So just have that trust, okay? For whoever this is. Let's see here. What is the message here, please? What is the angel message here, please? Okay, so you have a year from now, okay? And that's why they're saying don't rush it, okay? Let's see. And then what is this angel message here, please? What is the angel message here, please? If it's the perfect relationship and you're in a sacred union, a year from now seems like forever, but truly you are connected spiritually, so you're never away from this person. Does that make sense? So don't let time get in the way, because time is linear, and we only feel time here on this realm, but in a spiritual sense, there's no such thing as time. I hope that helps you out with that one, because I heard with that one. Okay, so all is well. Archangel Jeremiah, sorry. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. So just have faith and patience, guys, is all I can tell you. I want to know, what is the message that pertains to this reading, please? That one right there. That one. Okay. So, let me see here. It says here, shield, defense, protect, support, safeguard, block, guardian, stand up for, being prepared, heroic, and that's the courage that needs to come through. And then the train, so moving on, life's journey, new endeavor door, going away, one direction, one track, focus on time, keep going forward, okay? And then the flag, which says achievement, recognition, overthrow, success.